So he then told me that maybe I should get a job so that he can quit and that he can run the house. And I said, say less.
Happy holiday, guys. How you are doing? Hope you guys are having an amazing time this holiday. So let's just get into today's video. Okay, so today's video is a video of a woman who was talking about how many chances do you have to give to your partner, your spouse, your husband before is enough. Because sometimes we are in a relationship where we keep talking about the things we need in that relationship, and those things are not heard, and our partners and spouse and all that keep saying, give me a chance, I'll change. How much time is the change that you need to give for you to say it's enough and walk away and seek better for yourself and don't settle for less? So this woman came online to share a story of how she told her husband and had enough, and just like what just broke the camera back, where she looked at her husband and told him that we're going to get a divorce, we're heading for divorce, and it is what it is. Because I feel like this is something a lot of women are going through. So let's go check out the video, what she has to say. And she came back to give us like an update of how people responded to that video and some certain things in life, which I agree 100%. So let's go check out the video and then we'll come back and talk. I'll come back and share my thoughts, but also I want to know what you think down in the comment section, okay?
Okay, the night that I told my husband that I wanted to divorce kind of went like this. I was telling him for weeks that I had been treading water with the girls and that I need more help. I was feeling overwhelmed with a dance recital that was coming up, and I was like, hey, can you wake up a little bit early to like help me with like makeup, the whole shebang, makeup, hair, everything. He said, I'll wake up, I'll sacrifice sleep to help you. I'll wake up, I'll sacrifice sleep and help you. And I said, sounds great, because you went to the soccer bar like last week and you sacrificed sleep to do that.
Exactly.
To which he told me that wasn't the same thing. And I'm like, okay. So he then told me that maybe I should get a job so that he can quit and that he can run the house. And I said, okay, say less. And I got up and I said, then I can quit this job and then I'll just go to work. He followed me into the kitchen where I looked at him and I said, we are heading towards divorce. And he looked past me to watch the soccer game. And I said, I just told you that we're on our road to divorce and you looked past me to watch soccer. To which he said, well, I got distracted. Fair enough. So I ran an errand that I needed to do anyway. And I came back and he's like, we need to talk. I said, yeah. Because it's hard to tell someone that you've been with forever, it seems, that you want a divorce. So we go in the other room and he goes, you know, what's up, hon? I said, I think we need to get through December. We're going to make this month special for the girls. We're going to do Christmas. We're going to do the holidays. And then when January comes, we're looking at divorce. Like, we need to talk about separation. What are we going to do with the kids? Living arrangements, the whole shebang. He like sat down, immediately started like crying. Okay. And I have been like manipulated before in the past, and it's like with counseling and all this other stuff, like I am so solidified in my decision that like these tactics aren't working. He keeps telling me, he's like I'll try harder, I'll do more, you know, just give me another chance. And I go, hun, like we have been trying this for years. Like I have been asking you to change and to like meet me halfway for probably 10 years now. To which he admits that he's only been trying for the last 2 years. So I've been asking for help for 10 years for him to change or to at least meet me halfway, and he only started trying 2 years ago. So I said, what in the past shows me that I should give you
Another chance?
You know, he's like, I love you, you know, I do everything for you and the girls, you're my whole life, etc., etc. And he's like, I just need you to give me another chance. And I said, I am not leaving this room until you realize that I am serious about this. Like, I want to move forward with separation. And he was basically like, you know, let me try, see the good that I'm going to do. And I said, I will admit that I will see the good that you do, but it is most likely not going to change my mind. Like, I'm trying to let him down as nicely as possible. The main thing with our relationship is that I have dimmed my light to be with him. I am a different person around my friends. I am a different person around even my girls. Like, we're fun, we have fun, we joke around, we dance, we sing, we laugh, it's just the whole thing. And then when daddy comes home, it's just like, just
not worth it.
And you get excited to see someone, and there's just so many times that, like, you're like, hi, how are you? It's a good day. And it's just like, there's only so many times that you can, that the person that you love is like, you're annoying. So I was like, why do you want me around if you find me annoying? I think you like the idea of me. So the next day he woke up early and came down, and it was like an hour before I had to get the girls, and he's like, so are you listening to podcasts now? And I was like, yeah, I've been listening to podcasts since 2020. He goes, oh, you're not listening to your audiobooks anymore? I was like, no, I'm taking a break. He's like, this is funny. Are you still reading the alien smut? And I was like, no, that was like a year and a half ago. And he starts asking me questions, and I was like, I'm going to stop you right here. Because you are asking questions that an active partner should have known the answers to. So this just even like further demonstrates that you have like ignored and neglected me for years. And it's just like, you're not doing yourself any favors. So I left, got the girls ready, he did dinner, and then my littlest one had a Christmas concert, and just like through the whole concert, I could just feel like the vibe coming off of him. And it's sad. And I've done the grieving process because we are at different steps in this journey. I'm further advanced. Like, I felt the emotions. So we get home, and his neck is bothering him because he has some health issues. So I go upstairs, and I was like, do you want me to rub your neck? So I started like rubbing his neck, and it was just like really sad because I still love him, and I still care about him, and I always will. So we started talking, and he's like, give me 3 weeks, I'll be different, we're going on our trip, like, I'll show you, I'll be better, I neglected you for years, and I'm realizing that now, and etc, etc, etc. Like, I'm gonna make you my priority, and everything like that. And I was like, I love you, and I'm like, we can still be friends, and like, I will be there for you, like, even when the girls turn like 18, like, I'm not just gonna disappear. But I'm like, I love you, but I'm not like in love with you anymore. And he's like, I want to change that, I want you to fall in love with me again, like, I'm gonna do all the things, like, just give me 3 weeks, give me 3 weeks, you said that we can have December, like, just give me 3 weeks. So I'm like, okay. But it's so hard because you don't want to tell the person that what they're gonna do, like, won't matter anymore, because it should have been done before. So I'm giving him December. Fast food napkins, am I right? I'm giving him December. We're going on our trip together, and yeah, I don't know. And it's hard because now he's gonna do everything right. Exactly. And he's gonna, he was like, do you want to sleep in? I'll take care of the girls. Or like, it seems like he's doing everything right now.
Well, give it 2 months.
And I'm just wondering why he didn't do it before. So, if you have gone through divorce, because like, this is fucking easy, right? Divorce is the easy way out. You know what's easier? Just putting your head in the sand and just ignoring it and your own needs for your whole life. That's easier. But how do you, if you were a man or a woman who went through divorce and you have reached your limit and your going point, and the person that you are leaving is now like being an A+ student, like,
that's manipulation.
Like, that is a mind trip. But anyway, this is 8 minutes. No one's gonna watch it, so. But yeah, so day what is this, day 3? And yeah, and we leave on our trip Friday the 13th, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, now he's doing everything right, and he's being fun and playful and letting me be me, and I just don't know how long that's going to last, because he hasn't done any inner work. He called a therapist that before it was too much work to do, and he gave up after an hour of trying, and now this time he was able to get one in network in under like 10 minutes. So whatever. You know, and I was like, what self-help books have you read? What are you doing to, you know, I'm like, this, you can only change your personality for someone for so long. And that's where I am right now. I devoted my whole life to him, and I dimmed myself to be with him, and I've molded myself to be part of his life, and I can't spend the next 40 years like that. So let me know if you've been through it and how that was emotionally for you. I gotta go because it's almost 10. I posted a video yesterday that I legitimately thought no one would watch. I thought that TikTok would not push it because it was nearing 10 minutes. I was like, it's not gonna happen. Fast forward 24 hours, it has over 300,000 views, and my inbox is full. I was 50-50 on sharing my experience of what broke the camel's back in my marriage, because some people view this as attention seeking. But with the amount of views, comments, likes, personal messages that have told me that they were watching my story, and it sounded like I was narrating or summing up their own experiences. This is something that women are collectively going through.
True.
I am a unique person, but my story is not unique. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, please go to my profile. It's pinned. The top 2 videos are pinned. It's basically talking about how I approached my husband asking for a divorce and what led us to that situation. If you guys want an update, not much has happened. He's working 3rd shift, so he's sleeping a lot, and I'm just business as usual. But yesterday, the thing that spurred me into actually telling him I wanted to separate was me asking for help, and him making it sound like it was the biggest inconvenience for him. Which is odd, because when the time came that I did need help,
He showed up.
He got up and he helped with my daughter, and we did the hair and makeup together, and he packed the dance bag and did all the right things, and, you know, called me in the evening, asked me how my day was, what I was doing that evening, and then a good night message. So he's doing everything. He's doing everything right. And he's doing that because I'm done.
Exactly.
And this has come up before in conversations with him when he tells me that he has tried. And I go, okay, if you have tried, what percentage have you given? Because if it's 100%, like if you have given 100%, then we're just not working.
Exactly.
Like we're just not compatible. Okay, I love you, but we're not compatible. And then if you're getting less than 100%,
Then
why?
Yeah.
You know, if a marriage is the most important relationship that you have, why do you give less than that? And I've asked him that before, and I still ask. If you're trying and you give 100, then we're not working. And if you're trying and you're not giving 100, then
Why?
So it's business as usual. He is very loving, very attentive, and everything that I want him to be, and it's just different. I mean, you know when you're done, when someone literally offers you anything.
Yeah.
You know, I will do anything you want. And I told him, I like plants. I don't want plants. Because the last time we had a falling out, he sent me a bonsai tree. Love it, but you know, I don't want plants. I don't want flowers. I don't want gifts. I don't want anything. I just want you. And now it's still right. Because if I wanted to manipulate manipulate the situation, I could do so. I could use this all as my advantage.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I want, you know, a new car. I want this. I want that. I want everything. And I just want
Peace.
I just want to be me. I want to be goofy and I want to be fun and I want to live my life. And I really appreciate all the messages I have. You know, the majority are, you know, saying, you got this, girl, I'm in your situation, we're doing the same thing, or I'm post-divorce. And I get a few people that, you know, said, hey, we worked it out and we're great. And I love that. And I will never like poo-poo someone's happy ending. But I'm going to try, but I don't see it. And I think our happy ending is to become really good friends
And that's
and
okay.
great co-parents. But we are not compatible long-term partners. And I'll just share a little story because, wow, I'm like really doing good at just rambling. I'll share a story with you. And it made me think of it because of someone writing me yesterday. But my grandmother passed away on her birthday. She was 84 years old. So when I say I have 40 years left, that's my benchmark. My grandmother passed at 84. I'm figuring I have 44 years to go. Wow. And what she said, you know, she could have gave me all the advice of her 84 years. But what she said was, live a happy life. And she's on her deathbed. She knew. Her kidneys were going. So she knew. And she could have told me anything. But her message was, live a happy life. That's what I'm going to do.
You deserve it.
That's what I'm going to do.
You deserve it.
And it's painful, as all birthing processes are. And there's going to be times of just second guessing. But I have to believe that my grandmother said it for a reason.
True.
And I want you to also live a happy life. Live a happy life. Take care.
That is such a valid way to say life. And if you know me, you've been watching me for a while, you know that's one thing I'm so big on, being very intentional in my life and live my authentic, happy self. Because a lot of time we don't really know how much this relationship, family we have kind of really drain us and will become something that we don't know and something that is just existing rather than living. Anyway, guys, go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this woman's story down in the comment section. And if you're going through something similar or you've had something similar and you have an advice on how women can go through this type of process, because it's really hard, because like you said, this is a long time partner and they have children together, probably shared a whole lot in life together. So if you've been through something like this, go down in the comment section, share your thoughts, share your advice down in the comment section, how to go through it. What are your thoughts? Just go ahead generally. If it's thoughts, if it's advice, feel free, go ahead, share it. But please be respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free and share your thought. Okay, so please share your thought. Okay, so for me personally, like if you guys like, I like saying this for people that are watching me for the first time or seeing this is my first video you're seeing. I personally, I just turned 40 and I've been married for 11 years, and I kind of like get where this woman is coming from, where you are in a relationship and it's a long-term relationship and it seems like almost impossible to get out of it, especially when you're not fulfilled and happy. And as much as this person is not giving you, or her husband was not giving her what she was looking for, it's still a hard journey to go out on, especially when our entire life has been built around this man and the family. So her trying to remove herself and be an individual of herself is going to take time. And whether we like it or not, this life is short. I know people say this thing in a very cliche way, life is short, but the truth is that life is short. Like the woman said, my next benchmark is like the next 40 years or even less. But the truth is that I like one thing I know, I'm not scared of death, and it's a conversation I always have, and I know death will come one day. I don't even know if I'll even get to 80, but then that's one of the reasons I start living life very intentionally, because I just don't want to live life. I want to be genuinely happy and live my authentic self and be able to impact life. And a lot of the time, we lose that in the mission of keeping a relationship that takes that away from us. And a lot of women don't go into that tune where they really search, because if you ask a lot of them, at least in my society, they are just existing, they are not living, they are just doing what society expects from them. They feel like they don't have options or they don't have choice of happiness because this is the life they choose, so they have to deal with it. But the truth is that you have the choice and the right to your happiness. And that's one of the reasons I create the type of content I create, so that as women we're very, very intentional and we'll pick ourselves and let ourselves know what we want from life and go for it. Because a lot of the times, like our mothers, our grandmothers, they were told that long suffering is just the way of life. But I am telling you, as a 40 years old woman married for 11 years, you can pick your life and be genuinely happy for yourself. Do things for yourself. Be very intentional with yourself. And don't allow society to form you. And then let's talk about the marriage and all that. A lot of the time, most men, may not be all men, but most men, they don't take women serious or take their wives serious or their long-time partner serious when they're asking for breakup, especially when it's a long-term relationship, marriage and all that. They don't take them serious because they feel, and that's how society has told them, that we as women, we don't have anywhere to go, especially when we have children. Society deem it fit like it is hard to be on your own, so rather you settle for what you already have, even though that settlement does not fulfill you and does not make you a happy person. You just have to settle, you just have to deal with it. And because of that, most men don't take most women serious. They just, okay, like they would give the bare minimum, do the bare minimum, and hoping that just take, like, okay. But when and I feel like the husband is putting all this effort because he can see clearly that she's going to walk away. And I don't know her personally, but I feel like this is a conversation that they've had over the time, over years, and it's the same cycle that he's going. When he sees that she's serious and she's ready to walk away and she can walk away, he start doing the things that she has been asking and begging him to do. And for me, I see that as manipulation, because he can do it, he chooses not to do it. And that's why as women, I always talk about, and we always have the conversation, men are not stupid. Sometimes we give them a lot of grace, a lot of benefit of a doubt, like, oh, he's just a man. Especially in my culture, in my society, they'll say, he's not, he's just man, men now. No, they know exactly what they're doing. They know why they're doing it. A man will do what he wants to do because he wants to do it, and he will do what he does not want to do. He won't do what he wants. What am I saying? He won't do something because he does not want to do it, not because he's stupid, not because he doesn't understand what you're saying. No, he understands clearly what you're saying. He understands your frustration. He understands your pain. He understands your hurt. He is deciding not to do it. Most men, and this is something that I know for sure, most men, when it comes to when their marriage is going, hitting rock and all that, and the women always suggest therapy, most times they brush it off and like, oh, no. Sometimes some of them will tell you, especially in the black community, especially in the African community, especially in Nigeria, most men don't believe in therapy. Most men don't believe in seeing marriage therapists together and all that. So they'll just tell you that, leave it, they'll call your mother, they will settle issue. But I feel like when they know and they see that, oh, this is getting serious, they will even be the one to initiate therapy, and it's too late. So ladies, always put yourself first. I'm not telling anybody to work out on a relationship that they are in and all that, but ask yourself the question: does this relationship fulfill you? Does this person you're with, is this person on the same path you're going? Because the one thing I feel like, as someone in a long-term relationship, and this is something that I'm actively working on, and even with my husband, is that you ask yourself, like, are we still on the same journey? And a lot of the time when you are in a long relationship, I and my husband, we've been together for 21 years, like, when you are in a long relationship like this, a very long relationship, sometimes there's that blur line where you don't even know like, sometimes you even miss your own journey because it's so intertwined. And that's one thing you should always check with yourself, like, are you people on the same journey? And sometimes it does not have to be something bad, something negative, or for coming from a negative place. That just shows two people that has grown over the years, because it's a long relationship, and over the years people are going to change. You as an individual, you're going to change, your spouse is going to change, or your partner is going to change, and it's fine. The only thing is for you to check if you guys are still on the same page, on the same journey, on the same core value, and all that. I personally, like, I would say I am not the person I am today. The person I was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I'm not that person. I am I feel like I am a 360 from what I used to be compared to now. And it has actually caused a lot of rift in my relationship with my husband and all that. But there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of understanding to know that I am on a journey. And I'm in that place where I'm not going to stop on my journey, work on my truth, work on myself, so that I make anybody, including my spouse or my family, feel comfortable. Because sometimes when you are on your healing journey, healing your trauma, healing yourself, finding yourself, you're going to make a lot of people around in your life uncomfortable, including your friends, including your spouse, your father, your family generally, and friends. You're going to make them uncomfortable because this is a new you. You're in a new journey. You're disconstructing a lot of things. You're putting yourself first. You're standing 10 toes. You're creating boundaries. So it's going to cause a lot of rift. But the people that wants to stay and the people that loves you will stay. But the one that does not, they will not understand, and they will go, and it is fine. So as ladies, whatever you're going through, I know this is the holiday season, and some people, this is the time it is really heavy on them, that things are like, what am I doing here? I just want to let you know that put yourself first. Always choose your happiness, because you can show up for people in your life if you are not happy yourself. Okay, anyway guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free and share your thoughts. Okay, share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.